everybody. Welcome to the PPR pre-show. It's brought to you by Bill Howe. Why? Because he knows how. We are joined by my sidekick, Bert Grossman, and the third member of the broadcast team, Legadou Nane, former Charger fifth-round pick. Both former Chargers joining us now, but we also have a special guest to Legadou's left. Legadou, if you want to do the honors, please, would you introduce Coach Gray?
Got Coach Gray here, Kearney High School. I guess I'll start off with the first question. On the next level, you know that D1 college programs love those long corners, long defensive backs. You have one in Nolan Quezada. Is he a D1 talent player?
Absolutely. I believe he's a true D1 player. He has the size, he has the range, he has the speed. He's right around a 4.5 speed, and that's without training. So I definitely think he can get it down to 4.4, which most colleges would love to have.
Right.
Coach McNair was saying earlier about, talking about all the D1 guys that Morris has, and now you guys have them, and San Diego High has them, and Lincoln has them. And it's been a while since we've talked about that, and they were always getting picked off by their schools. What do you think has changed that now they're staying at their own schools? You guys are all being successful, getting titles or playing for titles, and also sending these kids to college all over the place. And not just D1, you got 5 or 6 guys going other places on scholarships.
I truly believe now that the kids are recognizing, the parents are recognizing that you don't have to ship your kids out to different schools to get them college looks. We do a great job at the schools that we're at, San Diego High, Coach James, Coach Dunn, Coach Morris, do a great job of getting their kids recruited, getting kids out, not only on the sports side of it, but grades-wise as well. And now we're at Kearney, the last 3-4 years, we've been doing a great job of doing it, and it's a blessing.
Sure is.
And the one thing I think, is you guys all have in common, you become part of the community. And it's not just an outside guy that comes there. You guys are literally in youth football, you're in the grades, you're in the social media, you're with the parents, and I think that's the big difference.
I think it's become fun again. We're relating, like I said, we're relating with the parents now. I think before it was kind of like, your kid's an athlete, come on, let him play for me. If he gets hurt or if he's not doing good in school, we kind of forget about him. These days, I think the coaches are more into what they're doing in school, out of school, on the field, off the field. They're setting the standards higher, and the parents are having more faith in what the coaches are doing.
Hey, I have to ask you about this ball game. The boys in Vegas say you're coming in as an 8-point road dog. Your thoughts about that?
I love it. I mean, who doesn't love an underdog, right? We're stepping up a class a little bit, and we're going to see what we're made of tonight.
All right.
Coach, early in the season, I know it's kind of a challenge as a player. You train all summer, you get ready to go, you have your first game. So talk about kind of the challenges of those first week 1 through 3 games and kind of how you get your guys ready. The
way we've done it the last couple of years, we have our week 1 game, we've had our bye week 2, and that's kind of like you get your week 1 game, you find out what you need to fix, what kinks you got to work out, and you get it done through the bye week for week 2. You come in week 3, and you hope you're clicking on all cylinders.
Gentlemen, I have to interrupt you. Quick presentation. Come on, Kevin. Come on in. You are the State Farm Game of the Week. Kevin is your agent coach. He's got a little plaque for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. With that presentation out of the way, can we take a quick shot of Kevin's sign? Yeah, that sign is up at every Kearney home game. Simply fill out a quote, and you put money in the Commons football program. Let's send it over now to Brandon Stone at Mesa College.
Hey, we're having fun out here. We got all the band parents having our next tailgate out here as we're getting ready for the Jersey Mike City Game of the Week between Loyola, the enemy. They're coming in from Los Angeles. Okay. Well, more like just a displeasure. And then the Saints are playing. Before I go, Rachel, right?
Right.
You have a daughter in the band, right?
I do. She's a junior.
All right. And what instrument does she play?
She plays saxophone.
And how late does she keep you up at night playing said saxophone?
Oh, we make her play in the garage if she's going to be playing late.
You banish her to the garage during playtime.
Yes, absolutely.
What's the loudest sound you guys have heard, band parents? What do you heard?
Tuba.
Drums, tuba?
Drums.
Drums. The drums, they don't have like the shield, then it's like really loud, right?
Yeah.
You guys got quite the spread. What was the tastiest? Who made the tastiest thing here?
Me.
What'd you make? Prosciutto. That's fancy for a tailgate, but yes, you should give her a golf clap because it's prosciutto. Anyway, we're having a great time here. We're going to see a great game. The Saints, number 2 team in the county in our rankings. You probably all think it should be number 1. But they still like us anyway. So for now, I'm just going to enjoy a nice cupcake here, and we're all just going to celebrate our lives, and we're going to go to Madison Sinclair. Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. Well, you always get to find out where the food is, and if you could save some of that food, bring it back to work, put it in my drawer, that would be great. But hey, the North County Game of the Week, we are out here at Cathedral Catholic, and the Dons are taking on Centennial from Corona. But I want to show you first, look at this big rig behind me. We need to show that truck off a little bit more. That is the new PPR Raw Prep Pigskin Report car. A little bit more about this game. You know, the Dons are taking on Centennial from Corona, the team that is ranked number 3 in the state and nationally ranked, coming in at number 6. However, the Dons are coming off of a huge win against Saguaro last Saturday. So if they carry that momentum into this game with a couple different factors, is if they can stop the quarterback on the other team, and Jackson Moy. He's only a sophomore. Look out for that name. Plus, we're going to have some highlights from Xavier Watson. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some of that. He is also the big pig on campus and the fan vote. So make sure you go do whatever you need to do to vote for Xavier. I'm going to send it right now. I think we're going to go out to the South Bay. Bo, how's it going out there?
It's going great. Thank you, Madison. I'm now joined by wide receiver coach of Hilltop, Kevin Pike. Kevin, you played back in the early 2000s, great offense. Now you guys have a great offense. What's the similarities that you see?
The similarities, I would say, would be the chemistry between the quarterback and the receivers. We have not just one, but a two-headed monster at receiver, and I think the quarterback and the receivers know where they're going to throw it or know where he's going to throw it before it's thrown, where they're able to read the defenses or just give each other a look, and that comes with, you know, preparation. They go early, they stay late. They've been working their tails off all off season, and it showed when any 7-on-7, and it's all they've been able to bring it, and their competition with each other, I think, also helps.
And quickly, what does it take to build camaraderie between the quarterback and receiver?
I think it starts off the field to where, you know, they're not just teammates. They're not just here when between practice between 4 and 6. They're friends off the field. They talk to each other. They root for each other. If someone scores, they want the other guy to score. And it's just situations like that, I think, help.
And there it is, Kevin Pike, receiver coach of Hilltop. We're going to send it out to Allison Edmonds in the East.
Thank you, Bo. We're here at El Cajon Valley High School as they're getting ready to face the Coronado Islanders. I am joined now by head coach of the Braves, Nick Osborne. Coach, start by talking about, you guys have a pretty good start to the season so far. Talk about what's kind of been the secret for you guys.
It really just comes down to a core group of guys that have really committed to the process we're asking them to commit to. It all starts with character, and honestly, when we talk about scheme and all those things, it really doesn't come down to that. It comes down to these guys who are just selling out for just their school and their teammates.
And talk about what you guys need to do tonight to be successful against this Coronado team.
I think we just need to come out physical right at the bat. Can't come out and play with nerves. We have to establish the run game like what we've been doing and be successful in that area.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Good luck out there tonight. Appreciate you talking to us. And Paul, will send it back over to you.
Allison, excellent job. Thank you so very much. Just a quick reminder, folks, it takes a village to put this high school football show on the air. Besides bringing you highlights from 25 different games, our field producers are hard at work providing you the very best in social media coverage. In fact, every Friday night we upload what we call Hogcasts. You know them as podcasts, but we call them Hogcasts around here for obvious reasons. It's sidebar stories, something you might not know about your local high school football team, an interesting angle that only works as a complement to the highlights you'll see on the Prep Picks Report. For example, one of my favorite from week 2 was was done by 2005 Silver Pigskin finalist Abraham Muhazy. Let's take a listen in. Here's an excerpt.
Hey guys, Abraham Muhazy here. We're at Hilltop High School, and standing next to me we have Luke Ramirez. We're here at the Sweetwater versus Fallbrook game. Luke, you are the 2009 Little League champion. Tell us a little bit about how it felt to be a champion back in 2009 Little League World Series.
Yeah, it was a really great experience. It's actually our team's 10-year anniversary of the World Championship this summer. They just wrapped it up a couple weekends ago, so it's always fun to go back and watch it year in and year out. This year was extra special, though, being 10-year anniversary. Got together with some of the guys recently. It's just good to reflect back on that.
3, 2. You can see that entire conversation on our Picks Report, KUSI.com, our PPR page. And oh, by the way, our PPR Viewing Party tonight, we're going to be up at Carmel Mountain Ranch, the Tony Pepperoni Pizzeria, and Nodding Barrel and Rancho Penasquitas. Big viewing parties there. That scene is being repeated about 50 locations throughout the county tonight. We will tell you more about that as the night goes on. All right, Coach Shack will be joining Legadoo and Bert and I in just a bit. Right now, the KUSI News at 6 p.m. is about to begin.